In the previous video, we did this code where we have just this simple 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this 1, 2, 3, 4, where we're given an integer array, we're given these indexes, and then we're also given this value right here, and then we perform a swap. So this is our swap method, and now there is a way to make this simpler, and the way we can make this simpler is what I'm going to do here. So we're going to take all of this and make it a whole lot simpler. I'm just going to actually keep this down here for reference, and we can rewrite it in here. So the first thing that we're going to do is make a for loop that's going to run this twice. Like I said, we need to run this twice. So we're going to be in a for loop. We'll call this int outer. We'll set it equal to 0. And then we're going to run this as long as outer is less than 2, and just do outer plus plus. So now we can be inside of here. Now we're going to have our for loop that prints this out first. So we'll copy this in here. However, we are going to change this for loop up a little bit. Instead of having it such a long for loop like this, we're going to use a for each loop. So we're going to do int, I'll keep the x, we'll just have int x, we don't need to initialize it, this is just how it is. And then we're going to run this the entire length of the array, so we just put our array name inside of here. And then all we need to do, instead of printing out a to the x, is just print out x. And then, so this is going to run one time. Sorry, this is going to run one time. The inside part is going to run once. And then we are going to print out this break that we made. And then we are going to go through this for loop one more time, this outer for loop one more time. And that is when we're going to have to call our swap method, the swap function. And then it'll print it out. So what we can do is go over this real quick. We have this for loop the first time it runs. We go through this, we print everything out, we print out our break. We then swap these values, and then we come in our for loop again, and we print it out while it's swapped. So we can go ahead and get rid of this old code. We don't need it. And we can see that everything's a little bit more concise, a little bit easier to read. So we can click run from here, and we can see that it prints it out the same way, except we have another break right here. So we have two breaks, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we can see that our values are swapped just as they were previously. If we only wanted one break, like in here, what we can do is make a condition in here. We can say if the outer is equal to 1, then we can just print out this break inside of here. So it's only going to print on the first time it runs. So we're going to run it, and it did not print. It should only print if outer is equal to 0 because it starts out as 0. That's my bad. When it's 0 the first time it runs, it will print it out now in the correct position. So it'll print out just like this. And that is the simplified code for our main that calls our swap function.